What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you saw the title. We've got 10 particular Mancera fragrances that, in my opinion, if you're looking for just one to just kind of wear every day, doesn't matter where you're going, what you're doing, what the climate's like outside, one of these 10 is probably all you're going to need. They can do the trick. Obviously, some are a little bit fresher than others. Some have, more dense woods than others and so on. But overall, these will work year-round as some daily wear, signature scent type fragrances, if you will. So let's dive into these 10 Manceras. Stay tuned. Starting with one of their newest releases from this year, I think it's one of the best niche releases released end-all be-all for 2024. It is Mancera's Amberful. So Amberful is all about citrus, green, woods, a touch of spice. It has a bit of a metallic feel. It smells like it's a hybrid of two different family profiles. The Tigar family, the Ganymede family. And not exactly either, because the citrus is different, but of similar accord, because it's more about yuzu here than grapefruit. And you still get some greens and woods, and it's a little metallic, but not on the level of something like a Ganymede. So I understand a lot of the tie-in that people are talking about on the internet, especially with the Ganymede one, but this is just so much more well-rounded and versatile with your typical Mancera performance. So this one has all-day lasting power. It's very pronounced. It has a good trail. It just works with everything. Absolutely worth checking out. It's Mancera Amberful. Of course, we have to talk about the old guard. Probably it's either number one or number two of their most popular fragrances of all time. We are talking about the famed Mancera Cedrat Boise. You can't go wrong here. I'll stand by that for as long as I live. Sharp, lemony citrus, fruity, tart, juicy, all of the things of citruses and fruits. Then you get a nice dose of some drier woods. I don't get much of leather. I get a hint of it. I've had people say they get smokiness from this. I don't get any real smokiness from this. People relate it to Aventus. Yes. Does it do the same job? Sure. Does it have a similar vibe? Absolutely. Does it smell the same? No. I will argue with every single human that wants to have the argument. This is not the same profile. This is their Aventus. That I agree to. It's highly versatile. It's extremely attractive. It trails really well. It's a decent performer. It's not a monster. Early bottles were monsters. This is still on the stronger side. If you're feeling it's kind of weak, it's olfactive fatigue, I promise you, we all go through it. But this is one that I think you can use for literally anything. Now, I don't think it's the absolute best choice in high heat humidity during the middle of the dog days of summer, but mindful of the sprays, it'll absolutely work, and then the rest of the year, spray as you deem necessary. This one just does the trick in every situation. It's Mancera's Cedrat Boise. Those of you that like a really good, fresh, woody vetiver, this is going to be for you. This is Vetiver Sensuel. This is my 60 ml. Another highly versatile, woody-dominant fragrance, obviously based around the note of vetiver. Citruses, fruits, a hint of floral. It's extremely well-rounded, masculine, everyday type of stuff. Has a bit of a professional feel while not coming across as so serious that you can't rock it with a t-shirt as a casual, everyday fragrance. It just works well in every situation. There's a lot of people that would argue this is their most versatile fragrance. There's an argument for most of what's in this list by a lot of people. Some of these I may surprise you with as an everyday choice, but Vetiver Sensuel, if you're looking for vetiver and don't want a challenge, here you go, because some vetivers come across extremely earthy. Here you're not going to get that. You get a little hint of that smokiness that we attribute to an earthy vetiver, but overall fresh and woodsy. This is some really good stuff. It's Vetiver Sensuel. How about those of you that like a little bit of an aquatic feel in your daily wear fragrance? Well, fortunately for you, Mancera's Aqua Wood is what you're looking for. It's appropriately named. You're going to get some orange. I believe there's another fruit in here as well. I want to say pear that gives you this fresh, fruity feel. And then you have the aquatics. It's not over the top salty, but you also have a smoky incense type smell. A lot of people will relate to this to the at one point famed, now discontinued Bulgari's Aqua Amara. This is much better. That had more of a musty orange smell with the aquatics and the smoke, where you don't really have that musty type of smell to it. This is really well rounded to where you have depth, you have density, you have heavier elements, but you also have fresher, more inviting elements to this fragrance as well. I think it's just a great everyday option for somebody that wants kind of a melding of two different types of daily wear fragrances put into one. This is another one above average performance, and it just really works. It's super attractive. It's Aqua Wood. Now this one may surprise you. It's actually much more simplistic than the note breakdown would lead you to believe. For those of you citrus buffs, we're talking about Mancera's lemon line. One of the best lemon heavy openings I've ever smelled. You have sharp lemon and you have a little bit of a candied lemon smell as it starts to settle down. A somewhat sharp woody tone that dries into a more creamy wood. It has a slight warmth to it, but overall fresh and juicy. This is a lovely fragrance. This is one of their best non-oud, non-floral fragrances that you can get from the house. Again, if you're a fan of a really good lemon opening, you owe it to yourself to try this one. Even if you end up not getting a bottle, at least you get the experience, because it's one of the better lemon-heavy fragrances I've ever smelled. So those of you that like citruses and you want the density and the depth of a nice woody prominence to a fragrance, you might want to look into Mancera's lemon line. Now this is one of the more popular Manceras to come out in the last 2 years or so. It has a strong resemblance to Chanel's Allure Homme Sport, but you throw in some pepper, you get Mancera Cosmic Pepper. A lot of pink pepper and black pepper at the top. So you get this nice sweet peppered spice to go with that citrus, aquatic, creamy, floral, sweet smell of Chanel Allure Homme Sport. High compliment factor, high level versatility, super, super likable profile. It's going to be really hard for you to make me believe this isn't a good fragrance. I can understand not everybody's going to like everything all the same, but I think this is one of those ones that most people can agree on is at least pretty good, on up to like damn good. So definitely worth checking out. If you're looking for just one to wear every day, this is a great option as that one to wear every day, especially if you're the type that really cares if at some point in your day somebody's going to tell you you smell good. You need that little quick confidence boost. I hope that's not too many of you, but some of you, you need it. And if you're looking for it, I'm not saying this is going to guarantee it, but the probability is going to go up with something like this. Mancera's Cosmic Pepper. Now, most would deem this a summer fragrance, but there's a strong enough woody base to this one that I think if you're looking for something on the fresher side, this works year-round. It really does. Kind of an unsung hero from the brand is Melody of the Sun. You won't see too many people talking about this one. For some reason, it doesn't get a whole lot of love. Oh, but it's beautiful stuff. We're actually going to give a little spritz on the hand to enjoy this one. It's been a little bit since I've sprayed this one myself. Juicy, lemony grapefruit type citrus, strong, balanced woods. It's not too creamy, they're not too sharp. It's just a nice, balanced, soft, yet somewhat warm, woody accord. What you get from start to finish, this is more of a woody aromatic than most of the fragrances in this video. I highly recommend giving this one a shot. You might not hear too much about it. And when you look at the notes, you're going to think summer fresh. And yeah, it definitely works well in the summer. In Melody of the Sun, even the name fits being a summer fragrance, but it's got so much more going on. This one can really shine year-round, especially if you're in a warmer climate and you need something that does well in the heat. Maybe give it a look. It's Melody of the Sun. For this next one, you gotta like a fresh rose note. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of elements here that make it a masculine rose fragrance. And I think it's actually a great daily wear fragrance. You get fresh citruses, fresh spicy accords, soft woods, and a beautiful fresh Turkish rose. It is Midnight Gold. This is so not a good name for this fragrance. Nothing dark, nighttime about this scent profile to me. This is a beautiful daily wear, fresh, airy, lively, just happy fragrance. It really is. I think it's super versatile. Nobody really talks about this one. Mancera's got a lot of their fresh fragrances that feature rose, and this one does it very, very well. It doesn't smell feminine at all to me personally. Again, you have spices like cardamom and pepper. You have citruses. You have heavy woody nuances, a little hint of sweetness, but it's an overall bright, fresh, airy, peppered fragrance with a soft rose note that gives a little bit of powder and just a little bit of character, you know, inspires confidence, I think is the way to look at it. So any of you that are fans of rose fragrances, I have several friends in the community that rose is their favorite note. Looking at you, Kix Griffey, this is the kind of stuff that people should give a shot that nobody really hears about. Because God bless Pierre Montal, he churns out fragrances like it's going out of style, and he has to, like, I saw somebody put in a comment the other day, he locks himself in a lab and just churns out fragrances. Hard to argue. It seems like he puts out like a dozen fragrances a year between Mancera and Montal. And you know what? Most of the time, pretty damn good. And in this case, Midnight Gold, pretty damn good. Next, we've got something quite masculine. We got spices, leather, woods, and resins. Very oriental, spicy fragrance that still manages to have a bright aromatic feel that offers a freshness to the fragrance. This is Saharian Wind. This is an unsung hero if you're looking for a daily wear fragrance. If you like the more masculine stuff, we went with something that featured a prominent rose to something that is very much man's man type of stuff. There's no hefty sweetnesses here. There's no abundance in florals. Hell, there's no light touch of florals. This is just straight up resins, woods, leathers. You get a hint of sweet and aromatic from some pink pepper at the top. That's the saving grace to freshen this thing up. And I don't say this like it's some kind of challenge. It's just some guys want that old school feel. Just give me something that's a little newer to that old school style. And that's what this does really well. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And it's not over the top animalic leather. It is more of an approachable, softer leather overall, but very prominent brown leather type of accord. Great performance as with everything else in this video. If you're looking for something that's more traditional, just with a little bit of a twist, but very, very masculine stuff that you can absolutely wear every day, check out Saharian Wind. And last but not least, one of the newest releases. I just got this one in. It's not even here in the States yet. I bought it from Belgium for full retail because people keep asking me, La Maison du Parfum, you want to pay retail with shipping and all that? Hey, it shipped fast. I got it in 2 days. Be my guest. It's not that serious. You could wait. You'll get it from around $100 from discounters in 2 months. So it's great. That's why it's here, but it's not so serious. I just really wanted it badly enough. Cinque Terre, the Italian release. Beautiful Cinque Terre. I need to work on that more. And yes, I've had several say, oh, it's French. No, Cinque Terre is in Italy. It's Italian. I've had the last 2 days a few people like try to correct me. It's like, no, boo-boo. I did my research first. I wanted to make sure how to pronounce this correctly because I knew if I just looked at it, I would think Cinque Terre, which would be French. I get it. When you look at it, you're going to think that. When you do some research, nope, Italian, based on a place in Italy. Beautiful, by the way. I watched some YouTube videos on it. Gorgeous place. If you're ever in Italy, Cinque Terre. Looks like a great vacation spot. But it gives this coastal vibe. It's very pine green, saltwater, aquatic. A hint of powdered sweet tonka bean. It's ambery from some labdanum. It doesn't give it a leathery feel. It gives it a soft amber feel that strengthens as it dries into an amber musk. I love it. I love it. It's a hit in the household. Me and the wife are fans. Gives me kind of that saltwater aquatic ambery tone of something like Light Blue O Intense, but it doesn't smell exactly like that. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm trying to, paint a picture for you of what you can kind of relate it to. And I'm a fan. I wore this one yesterday. It will continue to get wear. It's got enough heft, density, and depth and performance to be that fragrance that if you want aquatic year-round, you want that summer feel year-round, this is that kind of fragrance that will do that for you because sometimes the summer fragrances will suffer in the cooler weather. This one, absolutely do not believe that will be the case. It's got a lot of pop off of the skin with great longevity. And again, it's got a nice warm ambery base to this one that doesn't take away from the freshness. This is just a great option. One of the best aquatics they've ever put out, especially if you're looking to get more use out of it beyond the summer months. Man, get your nose when it's easier to anyways on Cinque Terre from Mancera. Well, that's the 10 that I wanted to cover with you guys. Is that the only 10 fragrances that would make some really good everyday wears from them? No. But of the 45-ish bottles I currently have, with 4 more coming in today actually in a package I bought from Fragrance Buy. So I'm about to hit 50 bottles of Mancera. Love Mancera. Not counting all the Montals I have over here, which I have 2 more Montals coming. big fan of Pierre Montal's work, in case you didn't realize it yet. A lot of versatility, there's something for everyone, and if you're looking for something that just works all the time, you might want to look into one of the options that we talked about here today. I'll try to have links down below, both through YouTube's affiliate network with FragranceNet and places like that, as well as links in the description from places like Fragrance Buy, if you're interested in checking any of these out. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave. I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.